This is the true story of William Harvey Carney, the first African American soldier to win the Congressional Medal of Honor. And if you've ever seen the movie Glory, you know what I'm talking about. Denzel Washington played in the movie, Morgan Freeman, and Matthew Broderick, and a few other notable actors. And I can't remember if one of them played the part of William Carney or not. But when they charged Fort Wagner, it was a terrible charge. They should have never made that charge. Most of them were killed fighting the Confederates. And during the American Civil War, if you were a black soldier, you did not surrender, because the Confederates would kill you. They wouldn't let you surrender and be a prisoner of war. Black soldiers were killed. So they only had one choice. It was to fight to the death. There was no surrender for them. And they knew that going in. And 85,000 black men fought for their freedom and the freedom of the African American people, enslaved people. A lot of people don't know it, but when the war broke out, there were 4 million African Americans, men, women, and children, who were slaves. And what he did deserves recognition. And I wrote a song about it. Instead of using Mr. Carney's name, William Carney, I used the name that's commonly used with Civil War stories and Civil War songs, Johnny. And the name of this is titled Johnny's Song. I narrate a little bit of it, and then I sing it, and then I narrate some more, and I finish off with singing. Johnny was a soldier in the American Civil War. Fought for the North. He had developed a fearsome reputation for killing men in hand-to-hand combat. Most people consider him a cold-blooded killer, but he wasn't. By the time the war ended, word of Johnny's exploits had spread nationwide. Everyone had heard of Johnny and the things he had done. But Johnny was just a simple young man, wishing only to return home, live out the remainder of his life in peace with his family and friends. This is Johnny's song. When Johnny came home at 65 from the Civil War, he was barely alive, and his mom nursed him back to health. He said, "Mama, would you pray for me that I'm done with the killing and it's done with me, and I don't want to live that life anymore." Mama soldier boy. He helped his daddy on the farm, buried his guns behind the barn. You could find him in church every Sunday morning. The railroad men came to town. They were running people off and burning them out, and Johnny held his tongue, never said a word. One of them stabbed his dad in the back. He said, "Dad, I've got to get him back." He said, "Son, vengeance is mine, saith the Lord." Daddy soldier boy. Johnny rode back to the farm, retrieved his guns from behind the barn, rode back to town, looking for those men. Found him in an old saloon, 25 of them with the railroad guns. He walked in, said, I want the one who stabbed my dad. One of them stood up. He said, yeah, boy, that was me. What are you gonna do about it? Don't look like much to me. Johnny pulled his pistol, shot him down, pulled both guns and looked around. He said, the man don't want to die. Better drop his guns. Head on out the door. 25 of them dropped their guns, got on their feet, went out the door, got on horseback, began to run. But there's 6 of them Johnny'd have to shoot down. Johnny looked at them with a frown. He said, boys, the end has come for you. What you gonna do? One of them pulled his pistol. Johnny shot him down. Pulled both guns, shot them all down. He looked around and said, my work is done. He said, Mama, I've got to leave. There's gonna be men coming looking for me, and word gets out about what I've done. He said, Mama, would you pray for me that I'm done with the killing and it's done with me, and I don't want to live this life anymore. Mama sold her boy. That's a true story. Look it up. William Harvey Carney.